So, one video does not a YouTube channel make. So here I am for number 2. So I noticed as I was recording this video that my eyes are rolling quite a bit to make my point. I guess that's something I need to work on. So the message is still there. Hope you can forgive my eye rolling. We'll get there. To give you a little bit of context about who I am, again, my name is Robert. I've been a graphic designer in the print world for over 30 years, mainly doing flyers and banners and catalogs and newsletters and anything that's print related. And I also manage print projects, so any of those projects that I mentioned, I design, and then I work closely with different suppliers so I can be a one-man shop. And that's worked out really well. My clients have included not-for-profits, for-profits, single-person businesses, startups, multi-million-dollar corporations that are regional, and a couple of them that are national. So yeah, it's been an interesting journey, and these are some of the things that are shaping my decisions now. But like so many people, I believe that things are constantly changing and being affected by technology, and most recently by AI, which can be a good thing. It's fine as long as it's put in perspective, at least in my opinion. Like a lot of people that I pay attention to, I believe that AI is going to displace a lot of workers, mainly white-collar workers that have sort of taken their jobs for granted possibly, or didn't really anticipate some of the changes that are heading our way, myself included. So part of the reason that I'm starting this channel is to offer some ideas on how to basically to how to supplement your income in ways that can utilize AI to some degree, but really are AI proof. Old-fashioned analog ways that you can roll up your sleeves and get involved with the local communities and offer them some products and services that they can really use. So that's a big part of this project, as well as sharing the experiences and the short little stories that I have while I'm driving for Lyft. And before I dive into a couple of the stories, I want to say that I just do this part-time, usually in the morning for a few hours, and then I'm usually spent after maybe 3 or 4 hours of sitting and driving. The conversations can be really good, but it's not easy work, paying attention to the maps and the phone constantly dinging for new rides and so on and so forth. So anybody that does this full-time, I give you a lot of credit. It's not easy to do this, and the money is okay. It's not fantastic, but it's a nice way to supplement my income. Firstly, I would like to give a big shout-out to Vinay, who was my first ride the other day. I hope that's how you pronounce your name. I'm not exactly sure, but it was a pleasure driving you to your job and learning a little bit more about what you do, which is cancer research and developing drugs to help in the treatment and prevention, I believe. So that was inspiring. Vinay comes from India, and specifically Mumbai, India. And India has a special place in my heart. I'm not sure exactly why. I've always been drawn to visiting there and going there, and I've been there twice with my wife, and we just feel at home. I think it has to do with the culture and the food and the colors and the senses and the smells, and everything is just, it can be overwhelming, I will say that. But again, for some reason, we feel very much at home on the few times that we visited. So it was a fantastic ride, and thank you very much, Vinay, for sharing your stories and reminding me that I need to stay in touch with my friends from India and hopefully get back there soon. So as I dropped him off, the phone dings and I have another ride to pick up. I'm not going to mention his name because he asked me not to, but I will say that he was also from the same part of the world. So, of course, I was excited to say, hello, how are you? How's your day going? But his response was a little bit different. When I asked him how his day was going, he told me not too great. I picked him up from an apartment complex and wound up dropping him off at another complex. So maybe he was looking for new housing, I'm not really sure. But as it turns out, he was from Pakistan, which is the same part of the world, but much different, obviously. What was interesting to me was, I asked him if he had plans on staying here or not, or what he saw himself doing. And unfortunately, he said there wasn't really a possibility of him staying in the U.S. because of the current situation with immigrants and foreigners. I learned a few lessons from this ride. I learned that, it's okay to be enthusiastic when I talk to people, but not go overboard from one to the next because I really don't know what their situation is. And it also reminded me of the Indian-Pakistan relations and the tensions between the two countries. So Michael from Burbank, California, has traveled all over the country, lived everywhere, has family here in the cold Northeast, and was here visiting and trying to solve some family problems, I guess. He didn't look very thrilled about doing it, but he started to tell me, that he was from our area originally, and he described the neighborhoods that he lived in, and I sort of raised my eyebrows a little bit because he was talking about the same area that I grew up in. One thing led to another. He is best friends with some people that I knew when I was 8 or 9 years old. So 50 some odd years ago. I say, oy vey. These little magic connections continue to happen, and meeting people like that is just something fun that I can look forward to. Hope it happens again. Hello, Michael. I think you're going to subscribe too. So thank you for the ride, and hope you got back to Burbank safely. And of course, I had another health worker, a CNA, join me for a brief ride. She had accepted a job at a nursing home facility, Progressive Care, I believe, and this was her second job. She has a full-time job at home where she counsels people on the phone overnight. So again, working your tail off, trying to get by, having 2 jobs, obviously having a good education, but it's not easy out there. So I made a point, as I always try to thank her for what she does, especially considering her field and her profession had a lot to do with me and my family personally in getting through a tough situation. So thank you once again to all the aides and CNAs out there. Thank you. And lastly, I picked up a woman who was shopping for shoes, I think. Short little drive, but she made an impression on me because she had some advice. She told me about the benefits of pickling your own vegetables and how vinegar will take care of any germs that you might have. So duly noted, since I need to learn how to pickle vegetables. Haven't done that yet, and I know it's easy, but yeah, I'm thinking of onions and beets and all that kind of good stuff. So that's all I have for today. I want to thank you for riding along with me on this part of the journey. I guess I'm supposed to ask you to please subscribe and share and like and all that good stuff, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.